Hey guys, and welcome to Behind the Curtains, the platform that I use to turn my five W's into real trips. Okay, so I'm Linda Myers, so we haven't met. I'm so excited you're here. So this past week, we have dived into the five W's of travel that really matter. We've talked about the why, your true north, your anchor, your reason for it all. Like, why do you want to travel? We talked about where you want to go, picking destinations intentionally. We talked about when is the right time. We talked about honoring milestones, life stages, and celebrations, right? And then we talked about who are we going to share with? Who do we want to have a deeper bond and shared experiences with? Family, friends, extended family. And then last but not least, last night we talked about what kind of trip, what kind of travel is your soul craving? Are we craving adventure, rest and relaxation? Are we creating a solo trip to dive into something that we want to learn? Are we looking for a trip that's going to explore our heritage, connect us to our roots? There's so many reasons to travel. And then over our lifespan, of course, we want to make sure we hit them all, right? All right, here's the thing. Knowing your five W's is only half the story. All right, so the other half is actually making those trips happen. And that's what we're here today to talk about. Okay, so excuse me. My goal is to get you in and out in less than 30 minutes because it's going to take a little longer than our workshops throughout the week to go through the platform because it's amazing and jam-packed with all kinds of stuff. But my goal for you is to show you value, to show you what I'm using, to show you why I built the Travel Smarter method around this platform that we use for our family. And so that you can decide for yourself if it's a good fit, right? All right. And I don't want to waste your time. We're all busy. We all have lots of things to do and places to be. So let's get down to it. All right. All right. So before I jump into the platform, I do have a few notes that I want to cover. You're going to see how the five W's connects in real life. We're going to show you the wholesale pricing, the life experiences that we talked about earlier this week, and even how to earn your free trip. So when I was introduced to this platform, I was very intrigued. It's something that aligns with my family's goals. It aligns with what we wanted for our family, trips that matter over possessions. We love gifting trips. We love celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, anything like that with travel and experiences, because the platform also includes like tickets and things like that. So there is two ways. If after I go through the tour today and explore, some of the highlights that I want to show you guys that fit into our five W's, if you say, Linda, I want to jump in and explore it, check it out for myself, there's two ways to do that. One is simply a guest pass. I can give you a simple guest pass. It'll get you in there. The caveat with the guest passes is you don't get access to the full site and you don't get access to the full savings. You can book 2 night stay somewhere on there, or you can book a 2 night stay somewhere on there, but you cannot, or you won't get all of the savings. You won't get the deepest discounts. You won't get all of the perks that are available to full members, obviously. But here's what I recommend. If you say, okay, I'm intrigued, just like you were, let me play around with it a bit. Let me see what I can do with it. Let me see if it would save my family money and fit my family's preferences. Here's what I recommend to do because this is what I did. I jumped in, I signed up because there is a 14-day money back guarantee. So I jumped in, I set an alarm. Actually, I set the alarm on my on my phone for 13 days because I know myself. So I gave myself a buffer day so that I would have 13 days to go in and decide, is this saving me money? Do I like the way the platform works, the interface? Is it confusing? Can I understand it? All those things, right? So, because I didn't have a tour like I'm about to give you, so I didn't know what I was getting into. But I will touch on the reasons that I jumped in with both feet as we go through because I heard some things, but that resonated with me and that we knew that we wanted in our family. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So I jumped in. First thing I did was price check. I price checked 3 trips that we already had on the books. One was a cruise. two were just vacation stays, and one, two, three, all of them, this platform beat the price. Now, let me tell you this. My cruise that we have booked for next spring, we booked it on our last cruise for two reasons. One is they gave us a 15% off discount because we had plumbing issues in our bathroom sink. So they gave us 15% off our next cruise. And secondly, because we booked the next cruise on the cruise, we also got like a $500 credit or something like that. So our price was already pretty good, right? The platform that I'm about to show you beat that price. It was only by about $100, and for a cruise, $100 not a lot, but considering the discounts that I already had, I was like, okay, I get it. Let's check the hotels. I checked two other hotels for stays that we already had booked. One, what I would have saved, like it was like 20 something, so 20 some dollars and change, which was like, all right, fair enough. Savings is savings. The other one was 80 something. Now that was for the whole stay, but 80 something dollars that it would have saved me. So I was sold with that. And then I'm going to jump in now because I will explain to you the other reason that sold me once we get into it. So it's better to see it. All right. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen and hope that I don't lose you. All right. I think we're all here. I see my menu boxes. Let me get those out of my way. All right. So when you log onto our platform, the Travel Advantage platform, you're going to see a couple things first. First, on the main page, you're going to see what everyone is used to seeing. You're going to see a place where you enter where you're going to go, when you're going to go, and who's going, and you hit search. So if you're looking for just a hotel, just a flight, just a rental car, or a transfer, or a cruise, or a life experience that we'll dive into in a little bit, this is where you're going to go. You're just going to put it in. So, for instance, if I'm flying to California and I'm going to stay with friends out there, I don't need a hotel. I don't need any other, my friends are going to pick me up at the airport. I don't need a transfer. I don't need anything. I can just go right here and do it. Right? Easy peasy. The other thing you're going to notice when you're looking in here, and it's very user friendly, very pretty, very much like, booking.com or priceline.com or Traveloggo or whatever it's called, all those other things. The difference is all of those other companies do not own their travel platform. It's whitelisted. So they're giving you what they're allowed to give you. They're showing you what they're allowed to show you. With Travel Advantage, we own the travel platform. So that's how we can do the wholesale pricing. That's how we can make the deals with the vendors directly for things like the life experiences and the deep discounts. And the other thing is you'll see this little button here we're going to touch in a minute. The AI Trip Planner. We are the first travel platform to integrate AI planning into it. And I'm going to show how cool that is in a second. But so I don't miss anything, if you go up to the top, you'll see loyalty points and travel credits. Loyalty points are accumulated dollar for dollar when you pay your membership every month. So you think about Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, whatever other digital memberships that you have. It's like if I were to go onto Amazon and I'm paying, I don't even know what Amazon Prime is now, $20 a month. If Amazon said, hey, I'm going to give you $20 back each month that you can use to spend. That's basically what they're doing. So it's kind of works. It works similar to, I don't know, maybe a travel savings club in a sense. But so loyalty points are dollar for dollar back from your membership. Travel credits you earn every time you travel. So every time you book a flight or rent a car or buy a movie ticket or plan a vacation, you can earn credits. So you can do things close to home, small trips, things like that we're doing, that you're doing anyway, and book it through the platform so that you're earning credits that when you do your bigger trips, you have got the credits there to use it. Or just pop in here, use the credits and, do whatever you need to do. All right. So if we're going to scroll down, you'll see what's hot and trending. Life experiences we're going to dive more into. I've got my eye on this Rome one. SIM card. If you are familiar with that, if you do international traveling, you can get your eSIM card here. Flash deals, that's something else that is unique to this platform. It has a lot of different options here. At any point, you can go and check out any of the flash deals that are available. Usually, they're obviously going to be closer to the current time. They're things that are coming up soon that you can jump into. Let's see. Yes, we obviously, in my opinion, any good company should have a aspect of giving back. We do. We do have an app where you can access everything. And then there's member feed, but then if you keep going, then keep going, keep going. All right, so member pricing on top hotels and resorts from around the world. Now, this is what I wanted to look at. 150% best price guarantee. Will credit you 150% of the difference if you find a cheaper hotel online. So if TravelVantage doesn't happen to have the cheapest, they will credit you back 150%. Now, 24-hour support. I love this little doohickey down here. If you click on it, oops, I clicked on something I didn't mean to click on. Yeah, that's all my travel points in my breakdown for that. Sorry about that. Um, I lost it. So at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, there is a little pop-up for online chat. There it goes again, right here. If you click on this, pops up. You can get help with your account. You can get help with booking a trip at 1 in the morning. It doesn't matter. It's 24 hours a day help right there. And they are super helpful. So just wanted to kind of frame out the whole platform for you there and not miss anything. So here we go. Let's dive in now. As I mentioned, right here, you can put in destination, dates, and book. Lifestyle Mall is something I have not dove into explore. So that's something definitely you can check out. But what I hear is there's bougie products in there, like type of products you buy at resorts and cruises and stuff on there for discounted prices, whether it's sunglasses, perfumes, skincare products, whatever. It's all in there. But now, tying this back to what we talked about this week, the 5 W's of travel that really matter. Watch this. We're going to go up here and we're going to click on this AI trip planner. Watch what happens, guys. Eyes on the screen. Where do you want to go? There's our first W word, right? So right here, it's going to give you a place to input your destination and when you want to go. Of course, there is popular destinations. And if, like me, you've looked for other things to do, your trips are down below. But you can type in anything you want to type in here. You could type in, I'm trying to think of a place to go. My mind just went blank. So you want to go to Cancun, Mexico, right? So you could type that in right there. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to pick one of these. Let's go with Rome. And let's say we're going to go next month, September 21st to the 26th. Click next. Now look at that. Do these questions look familiar to you guys? Who is coming with you? Choose one. Are you doing a solo trip? Is it you and your partner? Are you going with friends or your family? So I'm going to Rome. We're going to go just me and my husband. Now with the platform, I'll note right here, you can add 5 users to your account. But you can also change those users every 6 months. So if you want to add 5 of your friends to plan a girls' trip to Barcelona, you can do that and still be able to add your husband and your family back in 6 months to do a family trip. So I hope that makes sense. All right, so who's coming with you? We'll do just me and my husband. Now, what is your budget? I love this. Low, medium, high. Normally I pick low because that is just how I roll. But today, since we're going to fly across the ocean and go visit Rome, let's go with medium. We're going to splurge a little. Now, here is where it gets fun. What activities do you want to do? Now, this ties into what we talked about last night in the 5 Ws. You know, what kind of activities? Are you looking for rest and relaxation? Are you looking for adventure? Are you looking for extreme sports? Are you looking for art and culture? Are you looking for food? Are you looking for tours? You know, what kind of adventure are you looking for? So I'm going to click more. So we're going to Rome, which is a really, really old city in Italy, in case you didn't know. So let's take full advantage of that. I want to see ancient ruins. I want historical tours. Archaeological digs sounds fun. How about archaeological tours? I don't want to do small group. Museum, it looks great. Religious tours is a possibility. Let's see. Art. There it is. I want to do some art tours. Looks like there's none available. So, oh, there it is. And cultural tours. So these are all things that interest me if I'm going to Rome. Now, obviously, if I am going to I don't know, Bimini in the Bahamas, maybe my activities aren't going to be so cultural and historical and looking at ancient ruins. I'm going to be more like relaxing on the beach. So that just kind of goes back to what we talked about this week about designing the trip that you need. All right. So I'm going to click next. Now, here's where the magic happens. What's going on in the background right now is the Travel Advantage engine is scraping all of its services, all of its accommodations, every place that it has already vetted. Now, this is important. Listen to me on this one. Any place that Travel Advantage is going to pop up with me right now, I can guarantee you two things. One is it's giving me the best price, and two, it's already been vetted. So if you've ever traveled outside the country, hopefully you know what I mean when I say this, and that is you don't always know what you're getting when you sign up for a tour or an excursion. Um, so I like knowing that if I'm booking through this platform, all of the vendors have already been vetted, and I don't have to worry about that. Okay. So here we are in Rome for two people. It gives you a little map over here, and you can swap it out to satellite if you wish. Details. It's going to give you an overview of your destination. Rome, the eternal city, is a mesmerizing tapestry of history, art, and culture that beckons travelers from all corners of the globe, which is exactly why I picked the selections that I did. Talks about the Vatican, the Colosseum, right? So you can read that. Now, over here, now it's going to go to hotels. Now, remind you, we picked medium budget. We didn't pick low budget, but look at these prices. For a week in Rome, I can stay at the Happy Holiday Inn Rome B&B for 800 bucks. That's two of us for a week in Rome, $800. Now, if we look closer, it tells us we're saving half off because normal price would be 1,600. Okay. It will give us the exact location and the rating. It'll also tell us how many travel credits. Remember these travel credits up here that we can use and spend anytime we want on travel? It'll tell us how many travel credits we're earning because we're being rewarded for traveling and doing experiences by getting points to use for more later. Okay. But there's two here, and you can scroll and see some more. Let's see. Like that again. And you can click on it. And because it gives you a full, you could copy and paste and go down a Google, rabbit hole if you wanted to look at more pictures, look at more, whatever's online. You're welcome to do that. But the nice thing is that as I'm scrolling through, you have options. You have a decent amount of options um, that you can choose from. Now, you can click right here and book your hotels right from this page. Or you click here so you can see all of your hotels in one page. You can book your flights right here. And again, you've got credits you can use towards those flights. You can also earn credits from those flights. But here's the fun part. All right. Here's the what, right? Here is the things we're going to be doing with what we're going to be doing with our who in our where. All right. So it creates an itinerary for you. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it gives you little headings. And I love this. It's day 1 is exploring Rome. Day 2, Vatican wonders. Day 3, ancient Rome. Day 4, artistic treasures. Day 5, iconic sites. And day 6, final exploration. And you can drop down any of these and it's going to give you activities or excursions, as you may want to call it, for those days, right? So Vatican Wonders, it's telling me I can go to the Vatican Museum, Sistine Chapel, and St. Peter's Basilica, a guided tour from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So that's a 3-hour tour for $41. That sounds like a good deal to me. There's also a Colosseum guided tour, and that is 2 hours, and it gives you the ticket price there. So you can choose to keep all of them. You can choose to do it exactly as it populates, or you can pick and choose what you want to do to kind of DIY your own adventure there. So what's nice is that it gives you the times and it gives you a nice description. It gives you the address and of course the price. Iconic sites. I want to see what's here. That's right here. Sistine Chapel, artistic treasures. Explore Rome on a golf cart, private tour. I would not have probably picked that, but it sounds pretty cool and it's got really good ratings. So anyway, it's going to scrape, it's going to pull up things, it's going to build an itinerary, and you get to choose what you want to do and what you want to let go of, right? And then, um, so that is how the AI trip planner is amazing, and how it fits perfectly around our 5 W's of why travel matters. Okay. So, and even over here, if you look over here, you have a little map that tells you, where you're going from where. So you can pull this up on your app, and you'll have the map to access it. You'll have your tickets in the app. You'll have your itinerary in the app. It's all good to go. All right. So that is the AI trip planner. Let's go see if it'll let me go back. Let's go. And my internet's going to be, oh, here we go. Perfect. Close that out. All right. The next thing I want to show you that we had talked about real quick is this is a thing that when I heard about it, my ears perked up and I was like, ding, ding, ding. This is what I want to learn about. This is what resonates with me. And this is what I want for my family. It is the life experiences. So these are wholesale curated life experiences exclusive to Travel Advantage. Now, you can see there is pages of them. All right. But what you will note here is the variety of locations. You got Albania, you've got Beijing, you got Greece. We have North America. Well, that's to get to an event. You've got Qatar, you've got Dubai. Let's skip to page 4 and see what's over there. Cancun, or Sardinia. That's nice. All right. I didn't see that one yet. June of next year. All right, let's take a look at the Sardinia. Let's see. So what we have here is a 5-day, 4 nights life experience to discover the island of Sardinia. It's $649 per person. Now, take a look at the little banner above it. It says apply up to 250 loyalty points. You'll note that I very quickly have gained 730 loyalty points. So if I wanted to book this trip right now for myself and my husband, so it'd be $649 per person. So that'd be 649 times, well, let's do my whole family. 649 times 4. I could take my whole family to Sardinia for 5 days, 4 nights for $2,500, right? Minus our loyalty points. So 250 for myself and 100 for my first guest. So for $2,200, my whole family of 4 could go do a 5-day life experience in Sardinia. Now, that sounds amazing. Caveat, just so you know, this does not include airfare. There's no way they could bundle airfare in these because there's people coming from all over the globe. Mind you, this is a 12-year-old company, so they are not new in the business. They've been around doing this a long time. They are just launching North America, so we're going to see a lot more, hear a lot more about them very, very soon. So you're getting in early on this. But like life excursions, you're going to see things like Grand Canyon. You're going to see things like the Big Apple. You're going to see things like Disney all starting to pop up because now that they're partnering, and here in North America, you're going to see a lot more of that. Now, I digress. Okay, so every month I pay my monthly membership, right? And I earn points, dollar for dollar. So my plan, I have Travel Advantage Elite, is 119 a month. So we'll just say 120, just because it makes math easier. 120 times 12 months is $1,400. So at the end of a year, you'll notice I already have more than that because it's doubled. Let's see, that times 2 because I did the turbo add-on. So at the end of the year, I will have almost 3,000 points that I can use to pay for 100% for one of these life experiences, which means due to my membership, at the end of the year, I could go with my husband for free, one of these life experiences. And that for me was like, that's the point. I was like, oh, that's what I want to know. The other thing that I like about this is that when you're going to a new place you've never been before, unless you have someone going with you that has been there before, it can be a little scary, a little, exhilarating, thrilling, adventurous too, yes. but it can be a little scary. So I really liked the idea of these pre-curated trips because I kind of already have an itinerary there for me. I know I'm surrounded by other people that are in the same group or the same experience, should I say. So this is why we have really kind of fallen in love with cruises the past couple of years, is because you book a cruise, whether going to the Bahamas and Bermuda, or we're going down to Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic like last summer, or St. Martin, wherever you're going, you book this cruise, you get on there, it's all inclusive, your food, your room, everything's there. And then they give you this list of excursions that you can just go do. You sign up for them and you can do, and you can trust those vendors. It's the same thing like that. So, but this just opens up the world a lot more without also having to, cruise, X amount of days, across, a transatlantic cruise or whatever. So, let's look over here and see what else is out here. We have a few minutes left. I told you I promised to get you off in 30 minutes. Let's take a look at Greece. So Greece is coming up soon. It's next month. It's $395 per person. So when we talked about in the five W's of why travel really matters, or five W's of travel that matter, one of the things that we always talked about was like the type of trip, the what. And you can see right here, a lot of these trips are relaxation, relaxation. But it will give you, this one is luxury. But and that's what these are designed for. These trips are designed for luxury and relaxation. But if you have one that is designed for, look, here's a cruise. It's a cruise. If you have one that is designed for anything different, city tour. So if you want that city vibe, you're going to look for that. There's ones in here somewhere for adventure or exploring. I forget the word that they use. So you can also narrow it down by that. All right. So that is what I have for you as a sneak peek on the platform. So the best way to really see the platform is to test drive it with the full membership. And that's what I did, like I mentioned before. Because of the 14-day money back guarantee, there's truly zero risk. So you can jump in, price check your upcoming trips, and explore all the features, including the deeper discounts and the curated life experiences. You can dive into the descriptions and see what they're all about. Like we'll just click on this one here since we're here. Oh, okay, click here. Sorry. Um, and it tells you exactly, there's no age restrictions, when we're going. Oh, that's Ben's birthday. Sorry. um, it gives you the same things that when we were looking, it gives you the details. There's photos, the itinerary, and then of course, booking information. So this is all the details. So if you want to go in here, sorry about that. If you want to go in here and read the descriptions and see what's available, look at the route. These are all the places it's stopping. That looks like a really cool cruise. Barcelona, at sea, Argo, Naples, Rome. No, I'm sorry. All right, sorry, I'm instructed. But you can click on here and you can see everything that's included, um, and all the other information that you would need. Play around with it. Play around with the AI trip planner. Price check it for you. See if there's things that's on your bucket list is available in here. I promise you it is. Um, that's what you want to do. So if you're ready to do that, reach out to me. Let me know that you're like, hey, I want to test run or test drive Travel Advantage for 14 days to see if it's a good fit for my family. I will send you a link. And let's see where we have time. We have 45 seconds. We're good. All right. So you'll get a link that looks like this. So I want to just preface this and let you know in advance. Right now, we are launching North America. So when you get your link to enroll, it's going to have the lifestyle ambassador for $99 already pre-selected. If you do not want to be a lifestyle ambassador, you have no interest in being able to write off your travel and your taxes or tell other people about it and earn commissions off that, that is perfectly fine. So what I am doing now, I will send you a code that will take you $100 off your checkout. So that will cover the lifestyle ambassador plus $1. And the reason I'm doing that is because you never know. Say you jump in, you do a trip, you post about it, and you're telling someone like, oh yeah, I found this platform. It happens naturally. I want to make sure you're set up for success and that you can still get your credit. for that. The nice thing to know is that with this company, that if you say you're in a Travel Advantage Elite member, which is what I recommend, so this is what I am, Travel Advantage Elite. If you refer 3 friends to Travel Advantage Elite, just like you have, then you basically get your membership for free. So there's that. If that's something that you don't want to do, don't worry about it. Just ignore it. I'll pay, it's covered for the first year. And then after that, it will just expire. Okay. So then you're going to do that. You're going to click here to enrollment. So this is the Travel Elite Advantage for $239.97. So you're going to click that. There is the optional turbo. So this is why my loyalty points have grown so quickly, is because it doubles your monthly loyalty points. And you get an instant 250, you get guest passes. So there's lots of extra benefits there. So that's a one-time fee. It is not monthly. This is not monthly either. Your monthly is the 119. Okay, that's just activation fee plus that. Then you're going to continue. You're going to fill out your information. You set up a password, an account word, and then your payment, you agree, and then you're good to go. And then you'll have access to your full amount of everything on the platform. But again, if you don't want to jump in and do that, you just want a guest pass, I can shoot you one of those too. That's not a problem. But that's all I have for you guys today. So hopefully something caught your eye. I would love to know what questions you have. I would love to know what part of what I just showed you intrigued you the most, or maybe there was a button I didn't click and you want to go dive deeper. Let me know. I can do that. And we are now at 30 minutes, just passed. So I'm going to hop off and I will see you guys later.